Yeah. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcast the lab and they love it, but don't judge us.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Grand Ride, Grand Ride, Grand Ride. To all my overseas brothers and sisters and all my in-state melanated brothers and sisters, y'all. Hey, welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation, man. Real man talk. It's Thumpin Thursday, man. Who and what we thumping on tonight? Who and what we thumping on tonight, man? We don't know. We'll get to it in a minute, though. Hey, but first and foremost, big up to all my followers, fans, viewers, and subscribers, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video. Hey, and share the content with those you know and those you don't. Hey, and when you get on here, man, pull out your phones, man, and share it with 3 people and tell those 3 people to share it with 3 more people. Hey, secondly, big ups to the best moderators in the game, man. Y'all know who they are. Young boy, Mario Bucks, Master Teacher Fox, TLS, Preston McKenzie, aka Brother P Mac, and my big bro, Professor Remo, breaking up the real for show. And them queens, we got the first lady, Miss Gigi. We got Miss Star Wars Markers LLC. We got, and we got Asha Brooks. Hey, now we got, she's a queen. Now we got, you know what I'm saying, them new moderators, man. Coach Ricky, Diablo, Big Frank, and Club Can't Get In, man. Hey, y'all know what it is. We in the building tonight, y'all. We in the building tonight. Miss CC, you know what I'm saying, bringing up the real for them queens. Hey, man, we love y'all, man. Hey, and don't forget to check out our businesses, man. The black businesses, man. You know, Dan Soul, Food and Bakery, Lynn, Chicago, Pizza Cafe, with Grown Folks Play, the House of Health and Wellness, and Urban Lux Cafe, man. Check them out. Google them. When you get there, let them know Bearded Conversation sent ya. Hey, so y'all know how I like to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to get my little notes and stuff together, man. You know what I'm saying? And who off the bam and let y'all re-rock with the, you know, you dig without no interruptions and no talking over the beat. So, you know what I'm saying? It go a little something like this. Hit it.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. What up, man? Yeah. What you doing? Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcast the lab and they love it, but don't judge us. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcast the lab and they love it, but don't judge us. Damn. Got it off the block, forming a dynasty from a rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. Yo, let's chop it up in every location. A Bearded conversation, opportunity keep knocking like child support. Famous started from the bottom like basements. Now we famous. Podcast official, the topic will probably hit you from a distance like a pistol. Subscribe so you can listen to survival of the fittest. We talking it how we living it. Rolling like a dealership, managing several businesses. Podcast, no, you don't need no membership. Just follow us on YouTube, knowledge supreme, infinite. Chicago got us different, excited to talk about it. Going live, check your notifications so you can holler. Or leaving in the comments, debate it, just being honest. Chicago topics, worldwide views, we supersonic, big gangers conquer, circle back round like every week. Tell a friend off the block, it's where we meet. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back to hood lovers. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcasting live and they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on. The hood lovers. Giving it back, the hood lovers, broadcasting live. The Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back. Bearded conversation off the block, giving it back.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Bearded Conversation. I am your host, Beard Genghis Khan, aka Khan the Don, BKA Mr. BGK. How everybody doing out there tonight? How is everybody doing out there tonight, man? Hope everybody doing well. You know what I'm saying? The weather done warmed up out here. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Hey, first and foremost, man, you know, we're going to kick it off like this, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayer, views, and meditations. One last time, let's keep everyone in our thoughts, our prayers, our views, and meditations, man. There's a lot going on out here. And man, we just want to keep each other covered, man. And be kind to those that need that little extra, what I'm saying, push to get going. You know what I'm saying? That's people we come in contact with on a day-to-day basis, people we record you with, our family, our extended family, and more especially our Bearded Conversation family, man. We just want to do that. And also, man, we want to hold strong and true to these five key components: love, peace, inspiration, and motivation. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're about here on this channel, man. On Bearded Conversation. P Mac in the building. What's going on, P Mac? P Mac, man, I be tuning in. To the to your congregation from time to time, brother, when I can catch it. You know what I'm saying? It'd be good talk, minus the, but it'd be good, it'd be good, you know what I'm saying? Hey, also P Mac, you can put that in the chat too, you know what I'm saying? You can put the link to that in the chat. Just in case, we got some spiritual brothers and sisters out there that might want to partake, or you know what I'm saying, that might need some type of healing in that way. And that might need some type of healing in that type of form. So please, 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 you know what I'm saying, if you got that link, you know what I'm saying, you're more than welcome to put that link into the chat. You know what I'm saying? It might be good for some of my peoples, I just you know. But yeah, man. So again, like I say, that's what we're about over here, man. Love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. We want to push that. With that, if we stay true to that, you know what I'm saying, we stay convicted and committed to that, man, we'll get a little farther, we'll go a little farther along, you know what I'm saying? And man, we can we can beat somebody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's get right to it, man. Let me kick it off like this, man. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. The thoughts, views, and opinions of Bearded Conversations are the thoughts, views, and opinions of me right now. I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. I don't mean to hurt. I don't mean to harm or to offend. This video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only. Once again, this video stream is for informational, educational, and edutainment purposes only, with the underlying and undertone of edutainment. We don't want you to take any advice given on anything shown on this video stream for face value without consulting the proper professional that suits your specific needs. Please do your due diligence. Please do your vet work. Please get that second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth opinion, because we don't want you going out here robbing no bank, starting no revolts, telling your boss what it can take, how you can turn it sideways, and where to put it. You can't get nothing out of me. You know what I'm saying? And man, you ain't getting shit about an L Boogie, man. Big ups to my co-host L Boogie. Big ups to Roscoe P. And big ups to my co-host with the most is my little one, hey Jizzle. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, big ups to everybody, kids and family out there, man. You know what I'm saying? Big ups, man. It's a lot going on in the world today, for the past week, we've been talking about the DIs, we've been talking about a lot of things that the new Trump administration has been putting down and laying down. It's again, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's hard to imagine that, you know, and I'm not speaking against, but it would just be hard to imagine that, you know what I'm saying? Um that the and I want to choose my words wisely. Um because and for me being a person that's living over here, you know what I'm saying, I want to say I get the mass deportation of the immigrants and things of that nature over here, but then on the flip side of that, a lot of these laws and things that they pushing out here that we get some of our brothers and sisters saying, oh well, those laws are not for us, those laws don't pertain for us, I mean pertain to us, and we're doing this and we're doing that and the third. um yeah, yeah. But the reason why we doing this, that, and the third is because these laws pertain to us. And we trying to find some type of way to stay in the game. You know what I'm saying? Because if they didn't, we wouldn't need a lot of these little bullshit ass laws, so to speak, or that civil rights movement would have never took place. You know what I'm saying, so to speak. Not saying that those things didn't need to happen with the evolution of man and things of that nature, because of course, we don't want to be, even though we are, but we don't want to be a inner working of a people and be fucked up towards one another. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's been going on since the beginning of the time, and we see the results that we get. But I don't wanna believe that this man, or our current, leader of the free world will revert back to, what I'm saying, prehistoric, I'm gonna use the word prehistoric or old practices as far as, what I'm saying, my melanated brothers and sisters and other, small denominations or ethnic groups, in the United States of America go. Now, I seen something earlier where he was talking about that the 14th Amendment was exclusive to black people. I really didn't watch it all, so I didn't get a you know what I'm saying enough of that information. Sometimes when you hear things, sometimes um, even with me, even though because I get up here and I play devil's advocate and what if and what that, or I jump this side or that side, or I stand in the middle, just to see points and get different viewpoints and understand different aspects of certain things. You know what I'm saying? Um, which is cool, but sometimes even me when I hear certain things, I'm like, damn, that's offensive. Why the hell would I want to read that? But I go back. I just ain't went back yet, but I go back because you got to know, man. You got to know. It's a must that you stay on top. It's a must that you read these laws. It's enough that you understand what's going on, and it's a must that we understand it to the point where we're able to explain it to to other people, and we can come up with ways to fight against you know the things that's going on or the things that they're trying to push and put on us. You know what I'm saying? And it's time, man. It's time, And I do think with the emergence of President elect Donald, well, not even though he's not the president elect anymore. I do think with the event of horizon with President Donald Trump, I do think that we can become more successful as a people. We just got to know how to navigate and work our resources. You know, that's it. Just learn how to navigate and work our resources, and I do think that we can succeed and strive and do more than what we probably have ever done in the next 4 years under the Trump administration. We just got to know certain rules and regulations and what to get up under and what to follow and what to get into. You know, Again, that's why I always support and I always push and I always motivate. I always encourage. I always try to employ that we get together, that we get our teams and our think tanks together. It ain't about a physical revolution. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 'cause we hear that, man. The revolution will not be televised, but in this case, I'm not talking about a physical revolution. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that's necessarily going to take place now or later. I'm pretty sure it might and it might not. I don't want to really get off into that just yet. You know what I'm saying? That's a topic for another day. But I'm talking about a mental, economic, a spiritual revolution. You know what I'm saying? Not so much of a religious or cultist revolution, but a monetary revolution where we come together, man, and we start pulling our resources out of our communities and start building them back up and come self-sustain. And that's possible. Those are some things that we can kind of control and that we can get into. You know, like I say, man, developing our own. You know what I'm saying? Putting a back into our own and developing our own and cultivating our own, learning proper strategy, what I'm saying? Learning how to mitigate, learning the law, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know some of this shit might seem boring and a lot of people might not want to do these things, but listen, all we do is talk and complain about what's going on and how things are being so fucked up, and I mean how things are so fucked up and so messed up, and how all these things are happening to us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, listen, let's come together, we can figure it out. Hey man, I got people on Facebook. Hey, I just want to let everybody know, man, this is an open platform, an open forum here on Bearded Conversation. Man, I got the link in the chat if anybody want to come in and join the conversation or join the discussion, man, and then you want to discourse with your boy, or maybe you have something to add to the conversation, or maybe it's another topic that you want to talk about. Feel more than free to hit the link that's inside of the chat, and come on and talk to your boy. And also, if you got something that you want to promote, feel free to do that as well. We support and we promote all melanated brothers and sisters. What I'm saying, that's on the journey of path of business, small business, big business, or whatever type of venture. What I'm saying, we promote. Also, we encourage ones to come on. If you got any type of information on a specific subject, that you're a specialist in. If you want to come on and do a presentation, I encourage and I invite ones to come on and do that as well. I'm going to actually, Chris, the insurance guy, if I can get the brother back, I would want the brother to do because that was a spur of the moment thing, and the brother did well, and I appreciate that brother for jumping on. But I want the brother to give us a real, well, I ain't say like he didn't, but I want the brother to give us a PowerPoint presentation and walk us really through it, and that way, what I'm saying, we can see the numbers, we can see this, and we can see that, we know what this look like. What I'm saying? We know what to look for. If he can put a presentation like that together, I'm pretty sure he can. What I'm saying? So I'm gonna reach out to that brother and see if he can do that, because I do believe we need insurance. And a lot of us probably don't get life insurance because we either, it's a couple of reasons. Either we don't have the money, or we think we don't have the money, or we don't understand and we don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm telling everybody it's time to learn about life insurance and get it. And again, man, it covers shit. Come on, man. Look, the privilege money that we spend with our habits, you could pay into a life insurance policy. You know what I'm saying? Put it. Listen, man, it's a lot we can do to help create generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot we can do to upon creating or helping to create this generational wealth. There's things that we can learn and do. You know what I'm saying? To also teach those how to sustain and keep the generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to learn too. And the things that we get into, we got to learn how to matriculate it down, man. We got to change our youngins' mind. Like when we get these grocery stores or these stores or restaurants, man, and the kids want to go another direction. Listen, I don't mind going another direction, but at least learn enough to keep it flowing and going, so you can hire a motherfucker to keep it going, so it can be some type of monetary income for you. Don't just give up and let it go to the wayside. Period. I want to thump on that as well. And a lot of times people say it was the drugs and shit like that, but it's not only the drugs, but and I get it at a certain era, but now, kids, the youth just ain't into what you know, especially when you're talking about a family business, you know what I'm saying? I just don't think the kids, I don't know. And then a lot of times we don't even try to get the well, nowadays I could say, back then, we were encouraged to go into family businesses. So we were encouraged to help run the mom and pop spots. Nowadays, man, don't nobody want to help the family. And that's crazy because that's how divided we are. Family don't even want to help family. We don't want to come together to do that. But again, like I say, they're not thinking of it as, well, shit, I can still do what I need to do. But if I learn a little bit about this, or I've been working inside of the restaurant or the grocery store or the clothing shop or whatever type of store we have. I've been working in it. Shit, I know how to run it, but maybe I'll take a few classes and figure this out or figure that out. And then, maybe I'll go hire somebody to partner with me or go hire somebody and pay somebody to do the day to day activities inside of the store that I might not be able to do because I want to pursue something else. You know what I'm saying? And that's still monetary value. And also because you know how to run it because you did it when you were little or in teenage years. You know what I'm saying? And now you didn't hire somebody. Look, now all you got to do is go back, get your own account. It's a lot of things, man. We got to get it together, y'all. But this DEI shit, man, it's well, DEI and old girl suing that left driver, man. That seemed to be running rapid, right? Running rapid right now, man. Oh man, y'all. So before I read this article, so old girl, man, the Dami, the whatever her name is, the chick that wanted to sue the left, you know what I'm saying, man. They had her dancing on stage and shit, man. She was bouncing and shit. Then she fell over. I'm like, oh wow. So let me thump on that for a minute, man. So they out here making fun of her, making a mockery of the girl and shit like that. And then I didn't say one guy on the channel was saying, oh man, well, he didn't say that she was too big. He said that his car couldn't take her and all this, that, and that. Listen, man, I've been hearing a lot of shit about it. But look, I even had women that was heavy set women on my own channel say, well, look, shit, I was shocked, but I didn't take it that way or whatever the case may. So, but for me, it's like this. We got heavy set big people in the world, man, fat people, whatever you want to call them, and I don't want to body shame. I'm saying I'm not in the best of shape myself, right? But I got flaws myself, right? But to just make fun of her because she big, like, come on, man. Like, that ain't what we do. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, we just try to tell her like, well, or get her to understand, like, baby, you're supposed to love yourself. I get it. I don't give a fuck if it was a guy and it was that big and it was a guy doing it. You know what I'm saying? Just like that big motherfucker that was on the stage with the gas tank, you know what I'm saying, rapping and that married the little white girl or proposed to the little white girl and he was talking shit about Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Why ain't nobody in this corner? Why he ain't got no family members or friends or people like that in this corner telling that brother, look, you up here with an oxygen tank, brother. You know what I'm saying? This is not healthy. I understand you're comfortable in your skin, and I'm comfortable with you being comfortable in your skin. And I want to embrace that with you. But I want you to be around. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to work on losing some weight. You know what I'm saying? So we can probably get a gastric sleeve or whatever type of surgery or whatever type, or we can do it natural. Let's do it natural, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'll help you. Let's get some people together and get them on a schedule. But now back to the because it was a girl. So but even with her, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's not body shame her. You know what I'm saying? Let's not talk about her. You know what I'm saying? Let's help her. Let's try to get her to understand that, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure she know. I know she ain't stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? I used to take a gang of kids in my truck. You feel me? And anytime I hit a bump, I'm scraping the ground. You feel me? Pause. You know what I'm saying? The back of my vehicle, like, and this shit was already low to the ground. And if you rewatch the video and you listen to how it sound, the car didn't sound like it was gonna make it no damn way. Then you know what I'm saying, and it clearly looked like he didn't really understand English. Who I don't even know if he was from here. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, man, nobody shaming, man. They out here talking about her, making fun of her because she want to sue. And 9 times out of 10, man, she felt disrespected, you know. And it's like that because like today I was in a dollar store, man. But I don't know if this bro was the manager or not, bro. Hey, I turned around and looked. So I didn't know who she was saying to. I just turned around and looked. She said, "Oh, I just wanted to see your face." Like, bitch, that's rude. That's not and then you're the manager. That's not how you, hey, I want to see your face. Who the fuck is you talking about some you want to see my face? Like, what the fuck? Who are you? As cameras in this bitch. What you mean you want to see my face? It's all about how you come and how you say things. You know what I'm saying? But I think we should be encouraging and more supportive of this big young lady, man, and try to help her lose weight because clearly this shit don't look healthy. And who knows? Shit, she probably is healthy. I don't know. Shit. I'm just saying. But they probably gonna settle out of court with her, man. But yeah, that's the talk of the town right now, man. The big girl, like this shit crazy, man. Motherfuckers is out here, man, showing how she fell over and shit. You know what I'm saying? All over Instagram, man. But you know what though? In the event of us doing this, y'all know what. And I haven't heard any of her music, so I don't even know if her music is good or not. But you know what I'm saying? I might try to check it out and see if it's good or not. You know what I'm saying? See what it sound like or whatever the case may be. Um, but shit, man, shit, she might make good music. But even if she do or she don't make good music, guess what? All the shit we doing, like even me talking about it, even with my small platform, I don't know who watching or whatever the case may be. Guess what? Just like other people, they report on it and they talking about it. We ain't doing nothing but giving her notoriety and giving her clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not trying to help her lose the weight, this shit ain't for to do nothing but just help her even continue to be obese. You know what I'm saying? And unhealthy and get more notoriety and get more fans. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're being negative towards a person. Like and funny or not, you know what I'm saying? Even if and I ain't gonna necessarily say it's a negative. Motherfuckers, you call it funny or whatever you want to call it. That ain't doing shit but getting that notoriety. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So I mean, obviously, if this is the type of attention that she was seeking, or even if she wasn't seeking it, she finna get it now. So shit, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, more power to that young lady, man. Hey, I just say be a little bit more respectable. And I ain't say that man was disrespectful to her, but we got to be a little bit more respectful to people, man. Let me get into this article, man. Pentagon agency to stop celebrating MLK Day, Black History Month, as part of an anti-DEA crackdown. The White House press secretary said that they still intend to celebrate Black History Month, but also the contributions of all Americans. It says the Pentagon Intelligence Agency has ordered to stop celebratory events or activities for Martin Luther King Day, Black History Month, Pride Month, and other holidays as part of Trump's administration anti-DEA crackdown. It says starting Saturday, uh, the Defense Intelligence Agency will halt all celebrations and connections with the holidays or honorary months, according to a memo obtained by the Associated Press. 11 special events, including Women's History Month, the Holocaust Days of Remembrance, and National Hispanic Heritage Month will be affected by the pause. A copy of the memo shared to social media said, however, affected holidays, MLK Day, MLK Jr. Day, the Juneteenth, I'm sorry, will still be observed as federal holidays. Mm, hmm. Asian American Pacific Island Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Women's Equality Day, National Disability Employment Awareness Month, and National American Indian Heritage Month were were also included on the list. It says when asked about the White House plans for Black History Month, the White House press secretary Caroline Leavitt said that they will still intend. I'm sorry, that they still intend to celebrate the month, but also the contributions that all Americans, regardless of race, religion, or creed, have made to our great country. It says the celebrations pauses comes after President Donald Trump signed an executive order banning DEI programs across the federal government. The president maintained that this decision would end illegal discrimination and restore merit-based opportunity. Let's see. Diablo, what's going on? Diablo in the building, my boy. It says all federal workers who have been running all federal workers who had been running DEI roles were going to be placed on paid leave. An internal memo obtained by NBC News last week stated any attempts to hide or mask DEI programs were told to be reported as reported by BBC. A DIA spokesperson told ABC News that the agency plans to update their internal guidance as they receive additional instructions on how to implement the executive order. Mm, mm. Yeah, so we was talking about the DEI the other day on the show, man. And we do know that it affects us in a lot of different ways. Some people might, say, well, it don't affect black guy or minorities or da 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 da, it's just strictly for the gay people, or it's just I'm sorry. It's just strictly for the LGBTQ community, or just strictly for white woman communities. No, that shit affects everybody. Everybody, you know. See, we say that in the event because a lot of times, and for us, and that's what I was trying to get at the other day, and the day before. For us, like we really already not really in the door. I don't listen. It don't matter how much money we got, man. We already not really in the door. You know what I'm saying? The few billionaires that we got don't even amass to the money of one of their billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So it's like we really ain't in the door. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times this DEI shit, this diversity, the diversity, equity, inclusion shit, like bro, it's gonna kill us. You know what I'm saying? Because now, like when we looking for chances, like he's saying, illegal discrimination. Come on, man, illegal discrimination. Who's more illegally discriminated against than uh immigrants and FBA people? And I ain't calling us FBA, but I just wanted to throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? Black folks, you know what I'm saying? They go that word again. My melanated brothers and sisters, who is more illegally discriminated against than us? I mean, let's be real about it. You know what I'm saying? If we go into a Jewish or Polish or any other exotic, you know what I'm saying, Caucasian community, they not mistreated like we mistreated. You know what I'm saying? Even in American Caucasian, they not mistreated like we mistreated. You know. Now, police might shit on the Asians a little bit more, or they might shit on the Mexicans or the Puerto Ricans or some shit like that, which might be close, but it still ain't the amount or to the effects that we suffer. And I ain't sitting up here crying or saying, leave me alone. Why you always picking on me? No, because I see some of the dumb shit that we do, but guess what? We ain't standing up and policing and defending ourselves and taking part and taking our communities and our neighborhoods and shit back. You feel me? Because I believe we can do that just like that. We can do that just like that. It's some good brothers in the hood, man, that can stop. That can stop. You know what I'm saying? Look, go do that over there. Okay. Listen, you make more money off of them anyway. Go over there and give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Stand outside because you can't. You're not finna go in no Jewish neighborhood, no Polish neighborhood, or no a white neighborhood and just stand on their street corners or stand on the corner because ain't no stores on the corner like that. Ain't no liquor stores. You ain't just finna stand in their community without the police not noticing you and telling you to come here. You're not finna do that. So why would you do it in your own? You know what I'm saying? I get it fast money, quick money, man. That's the way of the environment. That's the way of the world or where you at, that space. I get that shit wholeheartedly. Don't think I don't. Listen, I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, I'm in it. I'm part of it. I know it, bro. You feel I'm not part of it in a negative way, but you know what I'm saying? I'm here. I'm in the middle of it. I see it. I live it. I know it. You know what I'm saying? I know people who do it. I done seen people who do it. And also, don't get me wrong, I done seen all colors do it. But my job ain't to forewarn all colors. Right now, my job is to forewarn my people. You know what I'm saying? And my people being my melanated brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? At least so we can have an advantage. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. Any leaders that come up here and do, whether they trying to mislead you, you get in your pockets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Initially, I believe all good so-called wanted to be people who wanted to be leaders or people who claim to be leaders or martyrs of our excuse me, our ethnic group. I believe, it started off with some genuineness, you know what I'm saying, with some real heartfelt, wanting to change and do good for the people. You know what I'm saying? I believe that, you know. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reason, shit happened, and it happens. But still, you know what I'm saying, man. We just gotta know that. Listen, we gotta know, man, that we gotta change that because okay, we have to know that at some point the way we live in, we know the environment. Listen, so if we know our environment and we adapt so much and so well to things, now let's control the environment that we adapting in. Because if we can adapt in the most dire of circumstances, man, and we still surviving, stop letting that shit tear us down. Take it, turn it around, you know what I'm saying, and flip it and show these motherfuckers, look, okay, this is what y'all gave us. Y'all gave us a fucking a bag of dirt. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to turn that bag of dirt into some good soil. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some seeds and start planting. I don't literally mean farming, but shit, that's good too. You know what I'm saying? That's good too. But man, we could turn it around. You know what I'm saying? Again, it starts small. Of course, we want this shit to be global and national, man. That's the dream. I don't even want to say the dream. That's the goal. That's the purpose. You know what I'm saying, for this unification, for this educational, social, spiritual, and mental development to be all inclusive, meaning global, meaning national, on a national scale, on a grander scale. You know what I'm saying? Grandioso. You know what I'm saying? For all my melanated brothers and sisters to achieve what they trying to achieve. Just to at least to sustain some shit. You know what I'm saying, man? Because again, like I told y'all, man, I've been telling y'all for the longest, man. As long as we go on, I ain't never damn got to talk about nothing else but fucking Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like a nothing else but Trump. Mm. Oh, that triple shoot. I want to thump on this shit too, man. All this tragedy and crime, man. This just needs to stop. The first victim of the South Shore triple shooting identified by officials. So remember yesterday, man, brother L Boogie was telling us about how so he go to article. It says officials have identified one of the three women shot in the alley on the city south side earlier this week. The shooting happened. I'm happy. The shooting happened just before 5 a.m. on Tuesday in an alley near 78th and Oglesby in the South Shore neighborhood. That's literally blocks away from me. You know what I'm saying? Surveillance video captured the frantic moments of a lone survivor, horribly injured, and speaking Spanish, went door to door looking for help. Chicago police said the woman struck the Chicago police said the woman struck in the face and chest was the only one to survive the shooting. Less than a block away, two other women had been shot in the head and died. The medical examiner identified one of the victims as Oriana Rodriguez, 37. The only survivor of the shooting was taken to the hospital in critical condition. The other two victims are between 20 and 30 years old, according to Chicago police. No one is in custody, and the motive is still unclear, police said. That's crazy, man. Like, bro, come on, y'all. I get it, man. I get it. I get it, man. It ain't that bad out here, man. You know what I'm saying? It never can be that bad. You know, I got a brother that I'm close to, man, that's going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? That helps me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I help that brother as well. And I try to tell that brother, look, you know what I'm saying? I understand. Listen, y'all, I understand, man. When somebody's telling you they pain or going through their pain with you, bro, it ain't for you to try to direct or internalize their pain. It's for you to listen and understand their pain. Whether you think it, just listen. When you listen, you understand. Even if you don't get it, you still understand. And I try to tell that brother, look, man, you're going through a lot. Everybody going through a lot. Not to compare the situation, because in those type of situations, it's hard to talk to people and for people to understand and get what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But, I just wanted to, I try to tell people, look, there's always somebody out here going through some shit worse than what you're going through, whether you want to hear it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to take accountability about that or not. Guess what? It's still always somebody going out here worse than you. Yes, you don't want to hear that shit because they ain't you and you ain't them when you thinking about your own situations and problems. I understand that, and I get that wholeheartedly. Trust me, I do. But guess what? There's always somebody out here, God damn it, that's if you 20 steps back, it's a motherfucker out here 60 steps back. You know, 60 steps back. And just be happy that you're not in that spot. You're not in that place. You know what I'm saying? At least you closer to the front than sit being, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to take advantages and well, I don't necessarily want to say take advantages. We gotta learn how to just take certain things and just run with it and no matter how bad it is, and just say, you know what, that shit. At least I ain't like that motherfucker. Or at least I ain't like this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's just to pump you up. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just to pump you up and to get you going. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's got to be negative. I ain't saying it like that. But even if that's got to be your type of encouragement and form of motivation to keep you going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, man. But I want to thump on all this crime that's going on in my city, man. You know what I'm saying? There's too much crime going on in my city, man. Like, man, with the young folks, the old folks, with the immigrants and shit, there's too much crime going on in the city, man. And it's crazy because I always say during the wintertime, man, it don't be that much BS going on because it's cold outside. Motherfuckers want to be in the crib and ain't nobody out here really, you know what I'm saying? So especially not like how they is in the summertime. But shit. Well, this winter really ain't been no winter though. You know what I'm saying? It's been kind of peaceful, man. Oh man. So y'all know they trying to extend the for my people that's in Chicago. Y'all know they trying to extend this red line out to the gardens, right? You know what I'm saying, check this out. 3 teens shot on the south side. It says 3 teens shot Sunday afternoon in a residence on Chicago South Side. The shooting occurred shortly before 12:15 p.m. In the residence of the block 100 block of South Corliss Avenue in City's Pullman neighborhood. That's out there in the gardens. But man, y'all, I do not want the train to go out there. It's gonna be hell. An 18-year-old man sustained a gunshot wound to the right arm and wrist. He was transported to the University of Chicago Medical Center in good condition. A 17-year-old boy sustained 8 gunshot wounds to his body and was transported to the University of Chicago Medical Center in critical condition. A 16-year-old boy sustained 9 gunshot wounds to his body and was transported to Christ Hospital in critical condition. He later died from his injuries. So 16, 17, and 18-year-old boy, man. 131st block of Corliss. This is crazy, man. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office identified the boy as Makai Rodriguez, address unknown. Circumstances surrounding the incident are under investigation. Area 2 detectives said that they were speaking to a person of interest. Mm, mm. Yeah, man, it's come on, man. It's just too much violence going on, man. Like, what are we doing, y'all? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's just, I just think it's too much. Me personally, I think it's too much, man. Like, I heard about a young, and it's another story about a young lady, man. Um, she shot herself. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? The violence that we can. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Look, mom is charged with manslaughter after 3-year-old poured a boil of water onto herself and died. Come on, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Lorinda Mims called 911 on January 6, 2025, claiming her 3-year-old son Emmanuel wasn't breathing. The friend and mother called just before 8 a.m. asking for help. Her toddler allegedly poured hot water onto himself from the stove. His mother told dispatch she was unsure if he was conscious. Like, what the fuck? Obtained by ABC6 obtained a copy of the 911 call, transcribed here. Caller, my baby grabs the hot water off the stove and I don't know if he is conscious. Dispatcher, is he breathing? Caller, I'm not sure. Dispatcher, can you check? Caller, yeah, I'm trying to check. I don't know. It looked like he's making a noise, but I don't know for sure. Emergency responders arrived a short time later to a devastating scene, according to Columbus Dispatch. EMS took Emmanuel to Nationwide Children's Hospital for life-saving care. Sadly, Emmanuel died um, died from his injuries a short time later. An investigation began, and authorities learned residents of the home had a history of run-ins with the law, according to ABC6. Before Emmanuel was dealt, the police had responded to calls for domestic disputes, domestic violence, someone with a knife, another call about someone with a gun, and a missing person report, ABC reported. Franklin County Children's Services confirmed to ABC6 that the agency took 2 other children living in this apartment into its custody. The Franklin County grand jury indicted Mims on charges of involuntary manslaughter and endangering the welfare of her children, heard the Columbus Dispatch. According to the court records, prosecutors issued a warrant for her arrest. The court deemed Mims a substantial risk to the health and safety of her child by violating the duty of care, protection, or support. Brenda Mims created a GoFundMe account to help with Emmanuel's final expenses. I remember this. His mother wrote on the fundraiser page, "Hello, my name is Lorenda Mims. Today I lost my son, Emmanuel Mims, age 3. He was a happy, loving kid. I didn't have no life insurance. I need help to bring him back to Detroit from Ohio to bury him. If y'all can please help out with anything, we'll do to bring my baby back." She raised 150 of a goal of 5,000 thus far. But she in jail. Like, and like, come on, man. Like, and I tell everybody all the time, I love the kids, man. You feel me? We gotta do better than this, man. Gotta do better than this. Just like how we read the woman that sat on the kid's face and suffocated the baby. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? We out here shooting, we out here killing each other. Like, what are we doing? Look, but the girl I told y'all to shot herself. Crazy. Girl fatally shoots herself in a South Side apartment. A 12-year-old girl died from injuries sustained in a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the abdomen on Chicago's South Side. Listen to this, and this is close to me, still on the East Side. Police said the girl was inside an apartment on 7100 block of South Constance Avenue, in the city's Jackson Park Highland neighborhood shortly after 6:45 p.m. Sunday when the incident occurred. The victim was transported to Coleman's Children's Hospital in critical condition. She later died at the hospital. A firearm was recovered at the scene. No charges has been filed in the case. As a press time, Area 1 detectives are they are investigating the incident. So now for me, like, where was the parents? Where did she get the gun from? Why did she have a gun? She's 12 years old. Like ain't nobody got the mother or the father, nobody in custody for this shit. This is, man. Listen, we thumping on everything, man. I ain't gonna listen, man. Come on, man. It's just stupidity, you know. And then like we see all this violence and gun violence, and motherfuckers out here killing each other. Like, come on, baby, you playing with a gun at 12 years old? Like, it's a gun. And then guess what? This is another thing that I and it's crazy because you want to encourage this and you want to say that this is something important to do. And this isn't for everybody, you know. And I'm not gonna sit here and say that this isn't for everybody, but you know, if you are going to be a gun owner, I'm sorry, I apologize for it. I don't know what's going on tonight. If you are going to be a gun owner, know all the laws, know all the provisions. Even if you want to transport your firearm to different states, we spoke about this very numerous of times on various occasions on the show. I do believe that if you have a child that's of age, you can show your child how to disarm, clean, take apart, put together, maybe even shoot and dislodge a firearm. This isn't for everybody. This ain't for everybody. I'm telling y'all, this is not for everybody, and everybody is not going to do this, and everybody doesn't want to do this. Look, because listen, down south they go hunting. They know how to clean their rifles. They know how to do this, do that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? They know, and it's crazy. But again, we don't want to promote that because now it's a lot of shit going on with gun laws. We're trying to ban this and ban this and ban that, And then nowadays, you know, you don't want to have a gun in the house because hell, you know, you got kids that get into things or they might be getting bullied. Then they take your gun and go out here. Now they want to shoot at a motherfucker. Now they life over with. Or in this case, like the young lady, I don't know how she found the gun, but she was only 12 years old. There had to be somebody in the household, whether it was a big brother, you know what I'm saying, or a brother that might have been her age, or the father or the mother's boyfriend, or it could have been the father's girl, however the case may be. She got a hold to a gun and she should have never got a hold of, because first of all, it should have been in a lockbox. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about a lockbox. Listen, listen. And if you can't put this gun up, lock this gun away safely, that means you shouldn't have it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't put this motherfucker inside of a container that take your fingerprint, a code, and a key, you shouldn't have it. Now I get it and I understand, but you know, certain things happen. Accidents happen. You know, people can be cruel. You know, and then you got to think about this. If it's in a home, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you're home and you're by it, I can see maybe, you know, ooh, but if you're not home, it should always be locked. It shouldn't be a case where anybody should be able to get inside of that unless it's your spouse, or unless it's an older child that's in the house. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, in certain states, you know, you can be 16 and have a gun, or you can be 16 and operate a firearm. You know what I'm saying? It varies from state to state. You know, but again, you want to be coherent and aware of some of these rules and regulations when it comes to owning a firearm. You know what I'm saying? And how to protect your house and things of that nature, or how to carry it outside of the house and things of that nature. And also how to store it locked away so won't nobody get to it. But we hear this shit all too much, man. Parents, people, if you gonna have guns, big brothers, if y'all gonna have guns in the house, man, please get a lockbox. Please lock them up. Please, 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 man. We tired of the little kids getting to the guns and accidentally shooting themselves and killing themselves. You know, it's enough of gun violence on its own outside, with just, you know, it's enough gun violence within itself going on outside, you know, with us, you know, doing the things that we do to each other. You know what I'm saying? With, as far as, you know, in our own neighborhoods, and we chasing motherfuckers down, and we having shootouts in broad daylights and shit like that. We don't need that, man. That's some shit we don't need, man. You know, we got to get it together sooner or later. You know what? Sooner or later, man. I got faith in us, y'all. I got faith in us. I know we gonna get it together sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, we got some little hiccups, man. It be hiccups. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way I can, you know, laugh it off and put it out there. You know what I'm saying? It's just hiccups, little hiccups. Oh man, mom allegedly hid fire alarms in the yard, then set the house on fire to kill 3 kids. They screamed for help. What is going on? The other day we read about this chick, man. I had a 2 and 4 year old, man, and she going to the boyfriend house, leaving the 2 and 4 year old alone. Police say they walked through the house and she saw it with feces, filthy, nasty, and just what the fuck. Hey man, my people's on Facebook. If I got anybody on Facebook, man, come on over here to YouTube, man. Come on over here to YouTube, man. Like the video, thumb up the video, share the video. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey man, it's whoo, y'all. We be having so much shit going on. Mom allegedly hid firearms in the yard, then set the house on fire to kill 3 kids as they screamed for help. What is going on? Oh, man. Shamaya Stewart died 2 days after a fire her mother allegedly admitted to setting off, per police. Mm, mm, mm. A Michigan woman is in custody after police allege she set her house on fire with her 3 children inside, killing her 12-year-old daughter. Oh my goodness. Mm, mm. The victim, Shamaya Stewart, died 2 days after the alleged attack in her Grand Rapids, Michigan home. The Associated Press reported her siblings, a 10-year-old and 7-year-old, both survived. Their mother, 46-year-old Wakanda Singleton, was arrested on Saturday, January the 25th, in connection to the incident, according to Kent County online court records reviewed by the People. Singleton allegedly removed several fire alarms from the home before setting it on fire Saturday morning, the AP Fox 17 and Wood TV reported. citing Grand Rapids Police Chief Eric Winstrom and unspecified court documents, respectively. Mm, mm, mm. The fire alarms were found ringing inside a pillowcase in the backyard, per authorities. Fox 17 reported. Wow. According to the police and a preliminary report, it happens that it appears that Singleton was allegedly trying to prevent the children from coming out of the house. WZZM 13 and Fox 17 reported. Woo, shit, y'all. Yeah, I'm looking at her. She said, "Hey, I know, man. Miss Gigi she told me to stop analyzing people, man. Hey, I can't. Y'all, when y'all see, as y'all reading these articles, man, and y'all see some of these people, man, yeah, some of these people look crazy, y'all. It's just how it is. Uh, he say, what music did you grow up on? Music, you ain't interrupting, Andrew Brew. Sub up to the channel, my boy. Make sure you sub up to the channel. You hit the link in the chat. We could talk music, man. I'm gonna talk to. Hey, I do a music show on Fridays. Let me do that too, man. Y'all, as y'all know, man, every Monday through Thursday, man, we got Bearded Conversation. We have intellectual discourse and kick the Willy Bubbles with the fam. And then on Fridays, Mr. Andrew, you know what I'm saying, we do a music show, man, where where we review music, interview artists, and we talk about, what I'm saying, the current state of hip hop, R&B, country, jazz, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So Friday, man, and we also this Friday, y'all let the people know that I'm doing an interview with one half of the Supreme Mob Group with the brother go by the name of Cass. So Friday, make sure y'all in the building tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I promise you it's not gonna be like last Friday. We ain't having another debacle. You know what I'm saying? Uh but music that I grew up on, man, I grew up on hip hop, I grew up on R&B, I grew up on a lot of jazz and blues. Um, I grew up listening to a lot, you know what I'm saying? Classical music. I love Frederick Handel. I love Bach. I love Beethoven. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I'm meditating and breathing, and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I love all music, man. I listen to everything, man. I listen to folk music. Man, I love all type of music, Andrew. What about yourself? What you like to listen to, my boy? What you listen to, my boy? But you didn't interrupt. Yeah, but make sure you sub up, Andrew. Sub up and bring some people over with you, man, on Fridays, man. And we most definitely can get into it, bro. You know what I'm saying about the music. But what you listen to? So back to the article. As the fire spreads and the girls began screaming for help, Singleton allegedly stood outside of the home watching the carnage, police said, according to Fox 17. So, but my thing is this: it was more like, did she have this? Did she tap the back door? Like, I don't understand. Well, I don't know, because my grandmama used to lock us in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Only she had the key. If he, we had to get anyway. I ain't gonna, anyway, but anyway, it says during questioning, Singleton allegedly told investigators, she was the one who set the fire. Wood TV and AP reported. It says Singleton stated that she used lighter fluid and a lighter and started the fire in the bathroom on the second floor. Authorities allege in a court document cited by Wood TV, Singleton then moved to the living room and put the lighter fluid on the couch and started it on fire. Mm, mm, mm. Singleton admitted doing all this knowing that her children were asleep in the home. Her two other children survived the attack and were released from the hospital soon afterward. WZZM 13 reported. In a GoFundMe set up to honor Shemaya and help her siblings and father process the loss, her family claims the surviving girls were able to escape after the 10-year-old grabbed her younger sister and jumped to safety. Shemaya, the fundraiser said, jumped to safety. Shemaya, the fundraiser said, was asleep throughout the fire. Damn, man. They ain't go. Oh, wow. Yeah, because they couldn't get upstairs if they was downstairs because she started the fire upstairs. Yeah. She is being remembered for her feisty spirit, having been born less than 2 pounds. Oh, wow. Having been born less than 2 pounds and spending her first 4 months in the NICU. Shemaya was a fighter from the day she was born and fought to the very end. Read the part of the fundraiser. She grew to be a loving young lady who loved music, loved to dance, and loved her electronics. Singleton was initially charged with 1 count of first-degree arson and 3 counts of child abuse, according to the jail records. Following Samaya's death, Singleton is now facing a murder charge as well. During a count appearance on Tuesday, before the murder charge, a judge entered a not guilty plea for her. The AP reported attorney and plea information for the murder charge were not immediately available. Grand Rapids police did not respond to people's requests for information. What in the hell? How did they enter a not guilty plea? How did the judge enter a not guilty plea? Are you for real? Mm-mm. Prince, D'Angelo. Oh man, most definitely Prince. Most definitely D'Angelo. Most definitely Gil Scott Heron. Roy Hargrove. Most definitely. Oh man, he say like, hey, we listen to the same music, my boy. Hey, most definitely Andrew. Everybody on this list, Andrew. Everybody on this list can get a spin for me. Oh, especially Bossa Nova. Everybody on this list can get a spin for me. Everybody on this list can get a spin to me. Yeah, man, you sound like you got some good music, brother. Yeah, man. So this Friday, I'm going to be interviewing a hip hop artist. No crash out music. Older gentleman, good music. You know what I'm saying? It's good music to me. Good music, good music. And I'm trying to get an engineer on, to get a different perspective of the music. Coming from an engineer's point of view. A&Rs, all that, anything in the music industry, man. On Fridays on Bearded Studios, man. We kick it off at 9 p.m. Central Time, and we ended at 12. Unless we having a good discussion, but usually that's a 3 hour show. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you for jumping over here too, man, coming in the building. So Monday through Thursday, we do a 2 hour show. On Friday with the music, you know what I'm saying? We do a 3 hour show, and then on Saturday, brother, we own until we own, you know what I'm saying? So man, make sure you sub up and just come in and tune in, man. And I appreciate you for being a champ out there in the chat, man, and being interactive with us today. Oh man, y'all, Dwayne Wade, y'all, the NBA icon Dwayne Wade reveals a cancer diagnosis surgery, y'all. So man, hey, first, before I do that, um, everybody that I spoke on tonight, as far as the 12-year-old young lady, that accidentally shot herself in the abdomen, um, the article that I just read about the 12-year-old young lady that died in a fire, um, 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 the 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 two women that got shot in the alley, and also the woman that got shot in the chest that survived. Man, and any other tragic article that I might have read tonight, man. I just want us to keep everybody, man. Let's try to keep everybody, again, man, in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations, man. And I want to send a big condolences out to those families who lost their loved ones or who dealing with this tragedy right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why I started in the show like how I started in it, man. Like, not to go get into, just reading that messed up shit, but check on your peoples, man. There's so much shit going on out here in the world that, when things happen, we might not listen, we might not even know. Like when I read the story about the building on South Shore that caught on fire, whole time I had a family member inside of that building. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know it, but yes, I had a family member inside of that building. So, I just want to make ones aware, not to the death of anything in that nature, but just a lot of the messed up shit that's going on out here. So just be aware, man. Check on your people. Hey, if you mad at your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, or somebody, man, call them and say, I'm sorry, man. You feel me? It's too much going on. Even if you don't mean it. That don't mean you ain't gotta sit there and necessarily have no conversation, man. Just say you're sorry and keep it moving. Yeah, Miss Kimber. Yeah, he said Andrew has exquisite taste. Yeah, man. Hey, he shocked me. I ain't brother Andrew. I ain't think you was gonna say Prince. Don't get me wrong. I just didn't think you was gonna say Prince, D'Angelo, Gil Scott Heron, Roy Hargrove, and Bossa Nova all in the same sentence. You know what I'm saying? You snap, brother. You snap. He say first time in here. He say keep the people informed. News is essential. Yes, sir, brother. It is. I really don't like me personally though, bro. Like turning in to ABC or turning in or whatever news channel. Sometimes it can get depressing, and a lot of times I really don't like to tune into that because, you know, not necessarily saying that I'm in it and I'm living it, but I see it. I know what's going on. I don't necessarily need that, but again. I do try to inform my people with the articles because, like I say, man, it's a lot going on, and and especially with all these wars that's going on out here, and a lot of times we don't even know that it affects us. Like for instance, Joe Biden sending all that money over there, sending all those weapons over there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, excuse me, all that money that he sent over there, brother. You know what he could have did? He could have kept that damn he could have kept it going for the brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, over here in America, melanated and non-melanated, brother, and paid them school debts off. You know what I'm saying? He could have kept that going. I believe he could have kept that going, you know, like for real. You know what I'm saying, man? People out here can't even live their life. You know what I'm saying? Can't even afford to live their life. Don't even work in the field that they have their degree in because they trying to find anything to pay it back. Or a lot of times, brother, when they do graduate, I don't know if people know this, you don't even you don't even get your degree until you pay that money. They won't even give it to you till you pay that money. So check it out. You trying to go to a job and telling the job, like, look, you know what I'm saying? I got woo up the bam and I did this, that, and the third, and I was in a 12 percentile in the top of my class. Well, where's the degree? And you like, and it's not your fault because you worked hard for it and you did it. But usually, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there's ways to get around that. You know what I'm saying? He said, in fact, it's our money. And Andrew, I was telling the people, man, a lot of times people don't even know this, man. We got so much money out here, y'all, that we don't collect. And when we don't collect that money goes to pay the interest on the deficit that we have. You know what I'm saying? So we in a deficit, but you mean to tell me we got enough money to lend to a country that's fighting a war that ain't got shit to do with us, but we can't, you know what I'm saying, afford to help or at least try to stop a percentage of the homelessness that's in our neighborhood. But we got sanctuary states, well, I'm sorry, sanctuary states that are supposed to house a lot of these him. And I'm not, listen, morally, yes, help the people. But God damn it, if you ain't helping your own people, like, and when I say your own people, man, I want to say Americans, man. And I don't want to make this sound harsh, like I'm saying I don't give a fuck about nobody else because I do. I love people. I don't care who you are. If you're yellow, brown, green, orange, black, blue, purple, yellow, tall, skinny, fat, short, LGBT, ABCE, I don't give a fuck. That's not the purpose. The purpose of us living together and being socially intertwined with each other is not for us to hate each other. It's not for us not to work with each other and work. Like, come on, man. And then we want to know why shit don't work out our way. We got to change that shit. That's what we thumping on tonight, man. We always thumping on changing mentality. We always thumping on trying to get out of this individualistic survivor complex that we have. We've been doing this shit for so long and we still ain't got nowhere. And we ain't realized it. Insanity. What's the definition of insanity? You know what I'm saying? Thinking that you're gonna get the same results from doing the same shit that ain't changing and that's keeping you down. But again, I guess we not afforded the wares of I'm sorry, y'all. I guess we not afforded the wares of awareness and understanding to make shit better. He say he responds to sending aid to support. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Response to sending aid to support of foreign wars. Facts, facts, brother. And brother Andrew, you in here cooking. He say, what's a book, film that has made an impact on you? A book or film that has made an impact on me. Hmm. That's a good question, my brother. That's a good question. A book or film that has made an impact on me. Hmm. Okay, so as far as a film go, I can't necessarily give a movie, but I will say this: anything that I watch that has a strong man inside of it, where a brother loses their father, a family orientated type of films, those the films that show where people overcome circumstances. Like right now, I'm watching a movie. Let me see, I can do this. What's the name of it? Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. What's the name of it? Unstoppable. It's right now I was watching a movie called Unstoppable about a brother um that's got one leg. You know what I'm saying? He got one leg. I'm gonna use this movie as an example because I'm watching it now. So a lot of things have impact on me. You know what I'm saying? And I want to say this right here because the name of the movie is Unstoppable, and he got one leg, y'all, and he trying to be a wrestler. He wanted to go to Iowa. He wound up going to Arizona State. This so-called guy that was his stepdad. He left his mother. He told his mother he wouldn't leave her. This is inspirational. He getting up, he working hard. I get up here. We had a discussion on the previous episode, brother Andrew, about procrastination and about continuous procrastination and about not getting up and doing the things that you're supposed to do. A couple of days ago, I just spoke on about how we need to get out here and how I wouldn't have learned about a LLC or a 501c3 and getting starting a for profit or getting my name out here in the business and trying to help the community. You know what I'm saying? Like even when it came to me writing my plan, I was procrastinating. I was told as I researched and reviewed, it had to be a certain amount of pages, and I'm like, damn, do I want to do that? And as I started doing it, unconsciously aware, hell, after I had wrote everything up, I had actually wrote out more than what I was supposed to. And at times we keep ourselves from accomplishing things. But this brother, man, and he going through the same struggles in the movie about the one leg, but you know, he willing to work hard for what he want. And so far I'm only in halfway through the movie, but it inspired me. I ain't shed a tear yet. I'm pretty sure I might later on as the movie go on. But yeah, yeah, man, I cry on movies, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but right now, this movie is real inspiring to me. A book that has impacted me is African Civilization Myth or Reality by Czech Anti-Diop. Uh ancient Egyptian Greek philosophy. What is it? Well, anyway, it was a book by author George M. James has had an impact on me. And Behold the Pale Horse. Those are three books that has had a definite impact on me. A definite impact on me. Also, matter of fact, I give you five books. The Quran has had an impact on me, and the King James version of the Bible. Not necessarily in a negative or I don't want to say a negative or a positive way, but it has had an impact. It might have opened up my mind, and it might have expanded my understanding and enlightenment to a lot of other things. You know what I'm saying? It might have been that it might have helped on the journey of the path of me seeking other things. So those are five books, you know what I'm saying, that African Civilization, Myth or Reality by Czech Anta Diop, the Holy Quran, supposed to be the words of Allah sent down to the Prophet Muhammad. You know what I'm saying, the Holy Bible, of course, you know what I'm saying. Um, like I said, George M. James, I forgot the name of that book. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but those are some of the books that inspired me, you know what I'm saying? Or that had an impact on me as far as growing, as far as growing my knowledge base and learning and just having a different understanding of different things. And history, because history is my thing. That was my major. That's what I studied in school. So yeah, brother, that's about it. And that was a good question, man. Anybody out there in the chat? Anybody out there in the chat? Give me a film, man. Hey, Andrew, man. And you might have to pop on to be a co-host with me one day, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, the link is in the chat, man. The link is always in the chat, man. If y'all want to come in and join the discussion, the link is in the chat. I do post the link in the chat periodically throughout the publication so that ones can come in and chit chat with your boy. The link is in the chat. Please feel free to hit that link. But yeah, but for anybody else out there in the chat, man, that's a great question, man. While I read this article, while y'all get y'all thoughts together, man, what's a book or film that has made an impact on you? I love to talk about that. That was a great question, brother Andrew. So let me get to while y'all get that together, let me get to this brother Dwayne Wade. NBA icon Dwayne Wade reveals cancer diagnosis surgery. Um Chicago native and former Miami Heat and Chicago Bulls guard Dwayne Wade revealed Thursday that he was diagnosed with cancer a little over a year ago and lost a part of his kidney as a result. And I appreciate that brother for being brave enough, you know what I'm saying, to come out uh and share, you know what I'm saying, and share that with the people, you know. That's a part, you know, that's personal, you know, and he didn't have to do that, especially, you know, already being a public figure and being out there in the public's eye and in the public space. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think he did it for sympathy or nothing like that. You know, I don't think he did it, you know, and I'm gonna put it out there because it ain't an elephant in the room and shit like that no more. I don't think he did it to take attention off of his son, you know, transition or whatever the case may be. So you know, big ups to that brothers, man, and let's keep him and his family as well in our condolences. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's a strong thing to do, to come out to the world and let the world know that I've been diagnosed with cancer and that it already attacked half of his liver. I'm sorry, kidney. It says on his the WY Network podcast, Wade 43 said post retirement from the NBA, he was no longer getting regular physicals as he had in his playing days. See, and this is crazy because y'all see, and this is listen. You know, I know we say manly man day and we dedicate that day, you know what I'm saying, to the men. But you know, listen, every day of the week, every day of the year is dedicated to the people. The women, the men, our children. Listen, go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Stop staying at home. Stop. You listen. Listen. If you have a herbalist or if you're in contact with a herbalist or a person that does that type of thing, make sure they are accredited. Please do your due diligence. I'm not against herbalists. I'm not against any of those things. But you know what I'm saying? We do have doctors that go to school to learn and they study these type of things as well. So I would say, you know, I would suggest do both and see if you can link both of those two entities together to see what's best for your health. You know what I'm saying right now. You know what I'm saying, especially with the with this halt on medical care and the CDC can't talk to the World Health Organization and things like that. Like we really need to get on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Stand on top of everything, especially the brothers. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about how the discussion the other day, how men ain't put in the forefront. Now I want to put my brothers up to the forefront. I want to put my young men up to the forefront. I challenge my younger brothers. I challenge my older brothers. You know what I'm saying? Go to these hospitals, go to these doctors, do your due diligence. If you don't feel comfortable with one person, try another person. You know what I'm saying? If you think you need someone that looks like you, go find a person that looks like you. Go find someone who you think maybe understands you. You know what I'm saying? Also go get therapy outside of that. Because you know, some people, man, have a lot of hangups about the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Go talk to somebody about going to a medical professional. You know what I'm saying? Like these are some of the things that we really need to do. So again, I said all that to say this. This brother played in the NBA. He was healthy. You hear what he's saying? He admittedly saying that now that he ain't playing, he it probably ain't gonna say it too much in here, but since he ain't playing ball, he ain't giving a fuck about what's going on in his life and trying to stay healthy and trying to do the right thing no more because he not playing ball. See, he comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And he living life like how he would probably regularly normally live life like everybody else. And now he's finding out that you know what I'm saying? So basketball was saving him. From what I'm understanding, it was saving him because you know they want diets. You know he probably wasn't eating certain things. He probably wasn't hanging out in the clubs, drinking and smoking cigars. So, or maybe not as much as he's doing now because he ain't doing nothing else. And I'm not saying those are some of the things that he's doing, but I'm just saying, period, just living his life like how a normal person would. As opposed to a star-studded athlete who's on a diet regimen or something, you know, things of that nature. But yeah, man, Dwayne Wade, he said, but Wade's father had a battle with prostate cancer. So now I guess it's saying it's hereditary. So Wade said on the podcast that he decided to go for a checkup and asked the doctor to investigate everything he was feeling and experiencing in a particular slow and weak urination. He said because I did the full body scan, they were able to see that my entire body. They were able to see my entire body, my entire inside, and they were able to see something that was on my kidney, on my right kidney. Wade said on the podcast. Wade also found out that he needed to have a kidney surgery. He went in for the surgery December 18, 2023, and found out that a tumor was indeed cancer. He had 40% of his right kidney removed in the surgery. And he said on the podcast that it was a challenge for him in many ways. He said, my own surgery. my own journey to have that surgery. I think it was the first time my family, my dad, my kids, they saw me weak, Wade said. That moment was probably the weakest one I ever that I I'm sorry, that that moment was probably the weakest one I've ever felt in my life. But he said he has been making a point of living differently and to the fullest ever since. Wade also emphasized the need for men in particular to check in and take the time out for themselves with regard to health. Wade is a native of Chicago South Side. His childhood home, I'm sorry, was 59th Street and Prairie Avenue. Oh, okay, in the Washington Park neighborhood. He and his family later moved to the South Suburban Robbins. Wade put Harold L. Richards High School in Oakland on the basketball map, winning a pair of conference titles, and went to Marquette University in Milwaukee, where he took the Marquette Golden Eagles to an NCAA, I'm sorry, Final Four in 2003. He was drafted by the Miami Heat the same year as the fifth overall pick and played in the Heat for 13 seasons, winning NBA titles with the team. Wade was signed to the okay. Well, that's enough. But again, like I was saying and like I was stressing, man, men's health, young men, it's important that we go get these checkups, man. Especially once you hit 35, man. Once you hit the age of 35, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of times, as a young man, a viral man, we recover quick, we think we, what I'm saying, can bounce back. But once you hit 35, man, there's certain checkups and things of that nature that you gotta get because your body just ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? And like he said, and again, I already knew this. I didn't have to finish reading the rest of the article. I knew, if he ain't playing no more, if his mind was just focused on being this such a star and a great athlete, of course, if he not playing no more, he not thinking about not eating shit or not smoking this cigar or not taking this sip of drink or not hanging up and staying up this late or eating snacks all the time in the middle of the night because he ripping and running. Or y'all, again, it don't necessarily have to be that. He's a businessman now. He's the owner of some teams. He has percentages. He's in investment groups. So being in business meeting and staying up all night, he might not be afforded the proper diet or afforded the proper sleep amount of sleep. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things can be, it ain't necessarily got to be that he just partying and partaking in a lot of the foolery. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put that narrative out there, but again, it is what it is. Andrew says The Alchemist started my reading spiritual journey. Hmm. Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade, brother. Dwayne Wade got cancer. I'm sorry, Professor Remo. Dwayne Wade. He found out, well, he just not coming out about it, but in 2023, he said he was feeling well, I just read the article, what I'm saying, a week flowing the stream in his urination. And he had to get a checkup. That's why I encourage all the brothers to get checkups. I encourage everybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just the brother, the women as well, man. The women as well, man. Hey, but Miss Kimber, Professor Remo, man, we got a new brother in the building, man. Hey, the brother asked a great question, man. Professor, what book or film impact had an impact on you? Oh, I thought that was a great ass question. What book or film has made an impact on you? But yeah, man, we want to send condolences to Dwayne Wade as well, man. You know what I'm saying? For that brother being strong and fighting for, you know what I'm saying, man, And like you say, he gonna get back down to well, he has got back into, doing the things that he's supposed to be doing to live right, and to live right and stay healthy, man. You know, man, crazy. Oh my goodness, y'all. Trump, 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 Trump. What we gonna do about Trump? Hey, y'all know what, man? I could come on 365 days a year for the next 4 years, every day, and I guarantee y'all, Trump gonna keep me going, man. So Trump orders the defunding of K through 12 schools that promote racial, gender, and race indoctrination. Now, you know, how can we take that, y'all? Trump orders the funding of K through 12 schools. So that's kindergarten through 12th grade schools that promote racial, gender, and race indoctrination. I don't know. Let's read. President Trump on Wednesday signed an executive order aimed at ending racial. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me reread that. I messed that up. I messed that up. Messed that up. Trump orders the funding of K through 12 grade schools that promote, I'm sorry, radical gender and race indoctrination. I'm sorry. So ending radical indoctrinations in kindergarten through 12th grade schooling by barring, I'm sorry, meaning, barring, he barred federal funds from institutions. I said barring like bar. Hell no, I didn't really die. That didn't help y'all. By by borrowing federal funds from institutions that teach critical race theory, CRT, or a gender ideology. Parents trust American schools to provide their children with rigorous education and to instill a patriotic admiration for our incredible nation. So I don't believe education should do that. I don't, and I don't believe a patriotic admiration for our incredible nation should be that shouldn't even be taught in school. This is about education. Let one choose and find and figure that out because going through that shit. And if you actually getting educated and you going through history, certain people might not want to be patriotic to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we all ain't afforded the same fucking resources and advantages in this economy. You know what I'm saying? Like or with inside of this governmental infrastructure that we living in America. You know what I'm saying? So I already disagree with that shit right there. But to each his own, you know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion. Ones might feel as though that being a patriot is the way to go. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. You know what I'm saying? So it says nation and values for which we stand. It says Trump wrote in an order in recent years, however, parents have witnessed school indoctrinations their children in radical anti-American ideologies while deliberately blocking parental oversight. I ain't seen none of this. I want to know what schools this is and what areas. Shit, because in our areas, shit, we don't get a chance anyway. Man, I don't know, man. The Alchemist. I'm gonna get that book though. I think sports medicine is unethical and aggressive. She's Miss Kimmer says they treat you to perform, not to thrive. Well, D Wade ain't playing ball no more, baby. So this ain't a. But I get what you saying though, because um, Paul, let me pause this right quick. I understand what you're saying because I was watching Talking with Fleet. For those that don't know what that is, that's Cameron's show that he had come on Fridays out there. It is what it is. He was just recently talking to Big Baby Davis, and Big Baby Davis said he got into it with Doc Rivers in the game. Was like, man, that ain't what you brought me over here for. You taking me out and shit like this. Woo, woo, woo. He said it was in the game, man, and his foot was hurting, and he didn't know his foot was broken. At that time. And they examined it and walked the bam and they knew his foot was broke. But he said shit, they shot him up and he went out there and he started running and doing what he was still able to play and he was doing all right. But then he say, man, after that third quarter, now you gotta realize he a big boy too. He say, man, he just couldn't do it no more. You know what I'm saying, on that foot, and come to find out that his foot was broke. And they mentioned to the fact, well, Cameron mentioned to the fact, well, yeah, so they were just shooting you up with that shit, not giving a fuck. So now you playing on that shit and you ain't doing nothing but making it worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. A lot of even in football, you know what I'm saying, man, they get hit, boom, fuck they knee or they leg up, man. They give you that shot. Yeah, man, like that's true. But he had cancer though, baby. So you know what I'm saying. But sports medicine, yeah, man. But again, that's you. You got to know what you're worth. You know what I'm saying. And a lot of times, um, especially when you get athletes talking to other athletes about this shit, they like to tend to say, well, I understand, by being an athlete. That's bullshit. For me, that's bullshit. I get it because of the money aspect or because of who you are aspect. But how do you expect to continue to be great if they shooting you up with this bullshit and this bullshit is masking and temporarily making you feel better while you going out there playing on some shit that's fucked up and you ain't doing nothing but destroying your body more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I really don't be mad at that what's that shit, that management shit, that Kawhi Leonard started. You know what I'm saying? Because if because now look at him. He set out all that time to come back, and he was doing good, but then he hurt again. But like, man, and I know they getting older and older and older and all that jumping and the type of movement and shit that they doing. But again, man, again, like we say, watching, man, Gilbert Arenas, he say that, what's my man name, Martin. He was like, they don't train for an 82 game season. These motherfuckers get all this money. They come in, they don't want to go to practice. They don't want to go hard since they got this money. They don't think they have to do the things that they did when they were younger to stay in this type of shape because they'd already got that paycheck. I ain't saying that's all of them, but this is the things that they saying, you know what I'm saying? This ain't me speaking. This is what, what's going, and then it's evident as well. You know what I'm saying? It's evident as well. But shit, man, like earlier today, man, Cameron, on It Is What It Is, Cameron said that Michael Jordan made $111 million in his whole career, you know what I'm saying, being a Chicago Bull. Guess what? He said that fucking Joel Embiid made $125 million this year sitting down on the fucking bench. Jordan played all his years. Besides the time he got hurt. Feel me? He played and had the fault to come back to get that $30 million a year for them next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Whereas they getting that shit now, like it's nothing. $125 million for sitting down half of the season. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like that, it's crazy. Let's get back into this, man. So Trump 78 um 78 argued that the students in schools teaching CRT and promoting transgenderism are forced to accept these ideologies without question and critical examination. In many cases, innocent children are compelled to adopt identities as either victims or oppressors solely based on their skin color and other immutable characteristics, the president added. In other instances, young men and women are made to question whether, excuse me, they were born in the wrong body and whether to view parents and their reality as enemies to be blamed. These practices are not only erode critical thinking, but also but also sow division, confusion, and distrust, which undermine the very foundation of personal identity and family unity. The president asserted that the CRT concepts of white privilege and unconscious bias promote racial discrimination and undermine national unity, meaning promoting transgenderism through the use of preferred pronouns, referring to pupils as non-binary, and allowing students to use facilities designated for persons of the opposite sex steers children towards surgical and chemical mutilation without parent consent or involvement and violates several federal statutes, Trump argued. I can see some of these things. My administration will force the law to ensure that recipients of federal funds providing kindergarten through 12th grade education comply with all applicable laws prohibiting discrimination in various contexts and protecting parental rights, he declared. I don't know how that's gonna work. We're gonna find out though. But Trump ordered mirror laws and executive actions put in place in states like Florida and Virginia in an attempt to outlaw classroom lessons about race and gender. This is sad though about the race. We're gonna get there in a minute. The order directs government officials to identify and slash federal contracts and grants that support CRT and transgenderism in K 12 schools, as well as related teaching, training, employment, and certificate programs. Trump also directed the Attorney General to work with the state and local authorities to file appropriate actions against teachers and school officials unlawfully facilitating the gender transition in minors. The president further called on Secretary of Defense, Education, Health, and Human Services to consult with Attorney General's office to produce an ending indoctrination strategy within 90 days. They got 3 months to decide how they gonna shut this shit down. But again, man, when L Boogie was up here, L Boogie had mentioned about how Florida was already doing that about, you know what I'm saying, not teaching Black history no more. I think that's important. See, And then y'all remember when I asked y'all about the integration and the segregation thing, and uh, I don't want to give a percentage or a number total on that, but I do think that inevitably, or ultimately, later on down the line, that was going to happen. But when they started it and when it came out, especially during the civil rights, see now this is why I say, some of these things shouldn't have been fought for. Because now if we can't teach kids who like the poem, Hey Black Child, do you know who you are? Do you know who you really are? Matter of fact. So and I say that to say, I get it, but in certain instances, that's to teach hate for certain people. It teaches hate. Well, certain groups teach hate when they do that. So like the poem, Hey Black Child, do you know who you are? Do you know who you really are? Do you know you can be what you want to be if you try to be what you can be? Hey Black Child. Sorry, hold on, y'all. That word, hey melanated child. Do you know where you're going? Where you're really going? Do you know what you can learn? What you want to learn? If you try to learn what you can learn? Hey melanated child. Do you know you are strong? I mean really strong. Do you know you can do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do? Hey melanated child, be what you can be. Learn what you must learn. Do what you can do. And tomorrow your nation will be what you want it to be. So so you mean to tell me shit like that, or teaching that is radical, or teaching that is you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't. For me, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't see why not. So what is critical race theory, y'all? Critical race theory, or CRT, is an academic and legal framework that denotes that systematic racism is a part of American society, from education and housing to employment and healthcare. Critical race theory recognizes that racism is more than a result of an individual bias and prejudice. So you mean to tell me? I'm gonna read that one more time. So, critical race theory, or CRT, is an academic and legal framework that denotes that the systemic racism. So it's saying that systemic racism is part of American society, from education and housing to employment and healthcare. Critical race theory recognizes that racism is more than the result of individual bias and prejudice. So, if I ask, and don't get me wrong, if I ask anybody that's watching tonight or anybody on this panel about, from what I just read, is from critical race theory, I'm gonna leave out the legal and the fucking academic framework. We're gonna leave that shit out. Let's get to the bottom of what it is. It says it denotes to a systemic racism. That systemic racism, you know what I'm saying? And we all know what racism is, and systemic is systems, or things that's put in play by the powers that be. That, again, like we always say, how our environments are controlled. The people that control our environment is the systemic part. Um, and of course, we know what the racism part is. Okay, it's part of American society. Now, why can't we teach that? Oh, I forgot. Because we want to teach the people to be patriotic, and we want the people to know that this was a great fucking nation, and that they didn't do the things that they did. And then you got some brothers. See, and then inside of that, and see, this is where it go wrong, because we got people like the American Indians, or shit like that, and even some FBAs, not all. They'll say, "Well, we already been here. There was no transatlantic slave trade. That shit didn't happen. That wasn't real. Where the boats at? Where this at? They didn't bring a million people over here. That's impossible." see, but so when we get to saying things like that, that helps the case for this uh 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 critical race theory. You know what I'm saying? By saying that, it's a part of America, like what, because critical race theory is saying that all those things happen from education. Remember, we couldn't learn how to read and write. Slaves couldn't learn how to read and write. Think about the housing and shit that we own and the Section 8 and all this shit. And come on, man, look at the healthcare, how they snatching healthcare and the big fight that it was about Obamacare and how President Trump said he wasn't keeping that shit. You know what I'm saying? But then when we get people that say these things or these atrocities and these malicious events that took place throughout history, that people, you know what I'm saying, had documented didn't take place, when we need doing things like this, and trying to make everybody patriotic, that's how we whitewash the shit away. That's how, and then we get so-called smart Negroes, excuse my French, I mean English. You know what I'm saying? We get these so-called smart melanated brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, who fucking facilitate this idea and we're like, yeah, we can do this. And we no, 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 no. And again, this is why we need our own schools. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is, they trying to throw Black History Month in this DEI shit. Like it's only a month. It's only a month. Like I used to tell people all the time on the publication, man. Well, why? See now to combat that, I used to always tell people on the show, why even give a fuck about a month when we create Black history or melanated history 365 days of the year? As long as you wake up every morning and you breathe out carbon monoxide and take oxygen intake oxygen inside of your body, you're creating a melanated history. Every day you wake up, every day you productive, every day you strive towards a goal, every day you raise your young men and your young women, you know what I'm saying, up to be outstanding people. You know what I'm saying? Every day that you love, respect, motivate, inspire. You know what I'm saying? Every day. That's Black history right there. That's melanated history right there. That's FBA history right there. That's ADLS history right there. That's Israelite history right there. That's Baptist history right there. That's Christian history right there. That's Comedian history right there. So let's not predicate ourselves or subject ourselves to, thinking that we need a month to sustain the great fucking things that we do. A month? You know what I'm saying? Hey, when they even offered the idea of Black History Month, we should, you know what? Because you got to be cordial. But you know what I'm saying? And then they said, oh, then like on the other article, we're gonna keep Juneteenth. What? Where's the uproar about that? You know what I'm saying? Where's the uproar about that? We uproar about the wrong shit. Where's the uproar? Where's the togetherness to fight and combat that? Man, hashtag USPAP, man, United States Pan African Melanated Political Party, man. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag. That's what I'm saying, man. We need to get on board with each other, man. We need to put us pap in every fucking melanated community. You know what I'm saying? I know people's don't necessarily, they're gonna have a problem with the United States part. They're gonna have a problem with the Pan African part. They're gonna have a problem with the melanated part. They're gonna have a problem with all we trying to say. And that's what everybody do, man. Everybody got a fucking flag, bro. Us as a people, whether you want to call yourself FBA or ADOS, I want to thump on the mind. Now listen, we thumping on everything, and I ain't gotta explain that shit, man. The mindset. We don't even have a fucking flag to fly. And I'm not saying let's be opposed and different and separate ourselves from a people as far as working with people and getting to know people and bartering with people. No, but why not have our own systemic society? Why we can't do that? You know, all this shit that's taking place or that's supposed to happen with the Project 2025 plan or whatever other plan, whatever the fuck else they got going on. Project LA. I forgot it was LA 2028 or some shit like that, man. Well, and now we hearing all types of other shit resurfaces about that and how they trying to rebuild and what they finna, like, come on, man. Are we part of that? Are we in the workings of that? Are we building that? You know what I'm saying? Do we have any Black construction companies that's taking forward in that? You know what I'm saying? We had the brother Jonathan Miller come on and stated what he was trying to do and the plans that they were trying to implement in the state of California and things of that nature. Man, we need to be doing that shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We need to take a piece of everybody's plan and put it together, man. Or let's go to California, y'all. Let's take a trip. Let's go over there and talk to them brothers and sit in some of their meetings and see what they doing and bring it back. You know what I'm saying? And set it up, or talk to them brothers to where we can set up a webinar, or we can set up a ebook. You know what I'm saying? And send it out to the nominated leaders of the communities, and let's start implementing these things. You know what I'm saying? You know, what and this is crazy. You know, people might say this is crazy, but well, let's have why don't we have communal bank accounts, community bank accounts, you know, and shit like that, man. Motherfuckers get taxes. Motherfuckers in the neighborhood work. I was just reading about how Dalton was $1.5 million in a hole. Like that's a fucking a village, a township of maybe 1,000 people, if that. And for them to be in debt, which they shouldn't be, which means she spent all that money. That's how much money they have within them 1,000 people inside of that community. That's what that's telling me. That's how I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? The revenue that's generated. Don't get me wrong. I know it's outside revenue as well. But I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Like we got spending power. You know, let's make that spending power political power. Let's make that political power economic power. Let's make that economic power social power, educational power. You know, let's get back in tune and touch, man. What the fuck we need to be getting back in tune and touch for, man? You know, listen, we can't. Listen, we say this shit all the time. We can talk till we blue in our face, till we this color. We can talk till we blue in the face about the next 4 years or the next 3 years and whatever the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? We can talk till we blue in them. And then what we don't realize, y'all, you know, just keep this in mind when we thinking about these next 4 years. You always know how we say how time fly. You know what I'm saying? When you're 10 years old, you always told your people, man, you look up, time gonna be gone. You're gonna be 21 before you know it. You're gonna be 30, 40 before you know it. Guess what? This motherfucker 4 years go. Listen, it might seem like it's a slow. I ain't gonna say that, but it might seem like it's slow and painful and horrible, but it's gonna go by fast, man. If we working towards trying to correct, well, not necessarily correct, but if we're working towards trying to do the things that we need to be doing to survive this next 4 years, bro, that shit gonna go by fast. But if we harping on certain things and we not trying to find solutions to certain things, yeah, man, that shit's gonna hit you hard, you know. And if you don't have a good support system, if you don't have a good team in play, if you don't have people behind you, or if you're not in the right circles, it's gonna hit you hard. You know, I was trying to tell everybody, get a plan, have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Stick to the plan. Let's execute the plan. You know, we don't know how to ask for help. We so busy out here with the Poogies and Ray Rays and trucking on disabled people and shit. I mean, I just had to say that. But the shit that we do, man, as a people, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that other people don't do it, but as a whole, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes this shit is embarrassing because they putting us up on the front, in the forefront. You know what I'm saying? And then they ain't even got to do this. When I walk out of my house, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get embarrassed. Sometimes I get well, I don't feel devalued as a person, but I feel devalued as an ethnic group when I see my people not striving to do the things that I know that we can do. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you know we won't have problems. Yeah, problems gonna always come. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the fuck causes mental disabilities. You know, we know it's drugs out here and our people get on drugs. We know it's alcohol out here and our people become alcoholics and shit like that. I mean, you know, certain things is gonna be certain things, but man, we don't even have fucking institutions to even administer the help. You know what I'm saying? When it's involving our own people, we got to go somewhere else and get this help. You know what I'm saying? I was watching something earlier, man, about a intersex young lady, man. For y'all that don't know what an intersex is, it's a homophrodite person that's born both sexual organs, but that don't mean that they can, you know what I'm saying, do both things either. You know what I'm saying? You can get pregnant or whatever. Anyway. But she was a melanated intersex person and got pregnant and lost the baby due to the fact that when nobody treat her. It's crazy. You know, and they do say that black our sisters die more during childbirth. It's crazy. But because you know we such a fucked up people, right? But they say that because the narrative was going around, oh well they strong. They strong. They don't need this. They don't need that. It's crazy, man. He said those Native Americans are Europeans. They look ridiculous trying to steal heritage. That's true, Miss Kimber, but shit, they done it, man. Them $5 Indians, man, man, they done it. They done it. And I will say this. I won't I'm not gonna sit here and say that there aren't European indigenous individuals. Not because listen, y'all, because it's how can I put this? You can't just tell me, or you can't just say you believe that everything in this world was just melanated at one point in time. I don't believe that, man. I don't believe in that Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. I don't believe that, man. But I do believe that whoever created people in all different shapes, form, fashions, and colors, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, if you want to call it color or skin pigmentation. You know what I'm saying? Some people have more neuromelanin than other people. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. But I do think that people were all created at one time. It wasn't one group of people that actually started other groups of people. You know what I'm saying? Because again, even if you go through science, Neanderthals are different from the Homo habilis. Like the different and they are classified as different species. Hold on, because y'all didn't see that. Different species. You know what I'm saying? So again, I do believe that when people were created, just me. I could be wrong. Everybody got created at the same fucking time. White folk, black folk, Asian folk, whatever the fuck. They got created all at the same time. Or again, like my original shit, when the world was in Pangea, when it broke up, wherever it was, wherever you were, when that motherfucker broke up, that's what you adapted to. You know what I'm saying? That's what you became. Due to whatever the land and environment and your adaptations, that's how that's where your traditions form. I mean, it's the truth. Like for us to just think that, and don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking the out of Africa theory, but because I do believe in it, but you can't tell me that, and I get it because I do believe that we can create any and all, but I don't think that's the case. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the case. I really do believe we were all created, but we were all created separate. It might not have been as many of us as it is now, but we were all created and we were put in different spots to do different things for different places, to cultivate different places, you know. And it was meant for us to travel and interact with each other. But then once we started doing that, we started becoming human and more cannibalistic and more animalistic and more treacherous towards one another. You know what I'm saying? We thought this person was barbarian and savage and this, that, and the third. And guess what? The motherfucker that was coming over that was thinking that they was barbarian savages and that was doing the raping, killing, and pillaging, god damn it, they were no better than the ones that they thought were savages and barbarians. But this is a narrative, man. The victor of war tells the story of the spoils of the war. You know what I'm saying? You know? And a lot of times, man, especially when we talk about this history thing and this research thing, I've been hearing this a lot lately too, that the story was told wrong. And a lot of times that the story might not be the narrative of what we believe or what we been taught. And I can believe that to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? I can believe that to a certain degree. Until I get a time machine, man, and I go back in time and I figure out what the fuck was what really happened, what really going on, I'll never know. We'll never know, man. All we can do is hope that our ancestors, man, and our predecessors and our successors and the people that's here right now, that they doing the actual proper research, man, to really figure out, you know what I'm saying, this science thing and make it make sense, and really make it make sense to us. It's all a speculation, because we ain't sure. Like I said, until I can get in a time machine and go back and I can see how we evolve, shit, it's I gotta go by what science say, with a little mixed in with a little divinity, you know what I'm saying? And when I say divinity, I don't mean the Bible and all this, because my divinity is different. I think I'm surpassed that by now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and say God and Jesus. So when I'm thinking about divinity, I'm thinking more along in the lines of, what I'm saying, spirituality and spiritualism, what I'm saying, the universe, what I'm saying, the stars, the trees, the sun, the moon, each other, what I'm saying, the electricity, the electromagnetic field we in, you know what I'm saying? Like things like that, man. We gotta understand that. We have to understand energy. We have to understand why opposites attracts. You know what I'm saying? Same shit on the magnet. Don't opposites attract? You know what I'm saying? And they say that within people, that opposites attract. And actually, God damn it, they say the magnets ain't really anyway. See, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Everything that this universe is us. And everything that we are is the universe. You know what I'm saying? We just got to get in tune, man. Like I said, I keep telling y'all to watch that 100 movie. At the end of that movie, man, that should have put some 100. Also, Andrew, the 100. That was a film that impacted me. You know what I'm saying? See, I try to take a lot. You know what I'm saying? I try to view all signs and symbols. I try to take it for the negative and the positive. You know what I'm saying? I try to weigh it out. You know, and all things that's negative. Um, well, let me say this. Well, all things that are positive sometimes can be negative, and things that might seem negative can sometimes be positive. You know, I guess it depends on how you look at it in your perception. You know what I'm saying? It's all about perception because we people. So motherfuckers got their own opinions. One motherfucker gonna think how they gonna think this, that, and the third. You know, man, it is what it is, man. That's how it is. Hey man, we had a new person pop in the building tonight, man. Mr. Andrew Brew, man. I hope that brother subs up and come back with us, man, and have some good conversation and fun with us, man. I enjoyed tonight, man. Hey y'all know what it is, man. It's Thumping Thursday, man. We dumped on a few things. We talked about a few things, man. I love coming up here talking to my beautiful people, my superheroes, and my fellow Beardonians, man. Y'all just don't know the love that I feel that resonates from y'all, and the love. I hope y'all feel the love that I resonate back to my peoples, man. You know what I'm saying? This is therapy for me. It's real therapeutic, and not only is it therapeutic, man, it's enlightening. You know, even when talking to y'all, sometimes when I have an idea or ideology or a thought process, when I come up here, sometimes it might change, or I might do that thing that master teacher does all the time when he be like, I never thought about that, but I don't do it in not, and I'm not going to sit here and say that brother does it in a condescending way. He does it in a way where however it work for him. But for me, I use that I never thought about it like that as a way to inform and get informed from my people. And as I talk, like I was saying, as I talk and I sit up here and we go through certain things and y'all say certain things and y'all give me feedback and we go back and forth or whatever, sometimes when I cut it off, I think about the conversation. Or I might rewatch the publication and I listen to some of the things that I might have said, or things of that like that, things like that of that nature, and I'll be like, well, damn, you know what? Maybe. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know I done been caught plenty of times. We've been having conversations and discussion up here, and I'd be like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? Okay, just from talking it out. I think that's what we need to do, man. We need to do a little bit more talking, man. We need to find out a better way to have effective communication with each other, man, so we can support each other, so we can love each other, so we can respect each other, so we can motivate and inspire each other, man. That's what it's about. With that being said, man, I just want to give a special thanks to Andrew Brew for joining the chat tonight, and special thanks to all my moderators and all the family in the building, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and thumb up the video, share the content, man. We got a couple of people in the building, man. If you take your phone out and share it with 3 people and tell them to share it with 3 more people, we'll be all good.
Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man. Like the video, man. Thumb up the video, man.
Like he said, man. With that being said, man, we about reached that time. Y'all know what it is, man. I am your host, Beard Genghis Khan, man. This is Thumping Thursday, Bearded Conversation, man. Hey, with that being said, y'all, don't forget to tune in every Monday through Thursday, man, for Bearded Conversation, Real Men Talk. You know what I'm saying? From 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. And also, y'all, man, we got a good interview coming on tomorrow, man, on Bearded Studios, Real MCs Talk. You know what I'm saying? We got one half of Supreme Mob coming in the building, Brother Cash, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all tune in and check them out. You know what I'm saying? I'll be playing some of their music. I might open up the show with a song of theirs, man. Interview the brother, have a good conversation and a good build with the brother. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to keep it cordial and keep it 100. I don't know if the brother want to stay all night with us. He don't have to, you know what I'm saying? He can just conversate. We can interview him for about an hour and get him up out of there because I know the brother might have things to do. But other than that, man, yeah, just make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, man. Same black time, same black channel, and I want y'all to talk black to me, you feel me? So with that being said, man, hey, y'all know what it is. All superheroes don't wear capes, but they still need their theme music. So with that being said, to all my superheroes, to all my Beardonians, to all my beautiful people, time that theme music, and we out.
Yeah, we coming off the block with this one. Yes, sir. Yeah. What up, man? Yeah. What you doing? Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hate? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcast 11, they love it, but don't judge us. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcast 11, they love it, but don't judge us. Damn.
Got it off the block, more than a dynasty from the rock. Laid back in the cut, press play, can't get enough. The Bearded Conversation. Hey man, y'all know what it is, man. Thank you for joining me in another episode of Bearded Conversation, man. Without y'all, it wouldn't be no Bearded Conversation, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I love y'all. Peace and blessings to everybody out there in the chat. Peace and blessings to everybody that's gonna tune in later on. And peace and blessings to everybody that tuned in tonight, man. Good show, man. Appreciate my moderators for being in the building. Big ups to Andrew Brew for being in the building, man. Hey, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know what it is, man. Every Monday through Thursday, Bearded Conversation. On Friday, Bearded Studios. And Saturday night, Bearded TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, make sure y'all tuning in, checking your boys out, man. Pull your phones out, man. Share, and tell those people to share. With those you know and with those you don't. And with that being said, man, those that fuck with us. Those that don't, fuck with us anyway. Love y'all, and we out.
Back to hood lovers. Bearded conversation, homie, tap in. Why you hating? You already know we locked in. The world's greatest. Broadcast 11, they love it, but don't judge us. Got it off the block, giving it back. Come on. The hood lovers. Not giving it back. The hood lovers. Broadcast live. The Bearded conversation off the block.
Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man. So, hey, I end the show like how I started the show, man. Let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. Let's keep everyone in our thoughts, prayers, views, and meditations. One last time, let's keep everybody in our thoughts, prayers, our views, and meditations. And with that being said, man, when we come together and we in each other's presence, may we always meet on the level. And once we're in each other's presence, may we always be humble and plump. And when we leave each other's presence, may we always part on the square, man. Peace and blessings to all my superheroes, Beardonians, and all my beautiful people out there, man. Check on your people, man. Love your people. And don't forget to live by these 5 key components, man. Love, peace, respect, motivation, and inspiration. That's what we about here on Bearded Conversation, man. If I offended anybody tonight, or if I offended anybody in the past, present, or future, you know what I'm saying? Let me give my apologies now, man, because I don't mean to hurt, harm, or to offend. Y'all know what it is, man. I love y'all. It's your boy, Con the Don, and we out, man. Catch y'all tomorrow. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow. Make sure y'all tuning in tomorrow, man. We got a fire interview, one half of the Supreme Mob, Brother Cash, you know what I'm saying? Tune in.